Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale. If you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in beer for sure.
You can tell just by his gut, this guy is a bona fide beer nut.
So whether it's a porter or an IPA, whether it's from Europe or the USA, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Going back to the Adnams line of beers, this is the Adnams Explorer, served chilled. Beer from the coast, 5% ABV. Let's take a look at the back here. Adnams Explorer Chilled captures the spirit of discovery by blending Chinook and Columbus hops from the New World, that would be here. Still brewed on the Suffolk coast, only with hops from another. It's a light, refreshing blonde beer suffused with the aromas of a grapefruit grove. The citrus attack will burst on your palate. Fantastic, served chilled. And the usual rest of the warnings and stuff. Pretty excited about this beer. I mean, they say it said blonde beer on here, but they're hyping up how hoppy it is. So, is it a blonde or is it an IPA? Or just a pale ale? Using my two-lay glass I got from Iceland. Should match the served chilled theme they're going for here. Well, they weren't kidding about the blonde part. That's definitely a blonde ale. Just pure gold. Maybe a light amber. Had a two-finger off-white, kind of frothy head. Looks kind of creamy, actually. I disagree about the grapefruit. I mean, it's not really that citrusy. It actually smells like a lot of their other beers where it smells grainy. Yeah, I mean, it smells kind of like a lager. So, see if it tastes like one. Palate was like all over the place there. At first it was, kind of bitter, then kind of mild, and then it finished with like kind of a lager-like grainy quality to it. There's a dry bitterness across the front and the middle of the palate. Maybe like a little bit citrusy, but they made a point of saying like a grapefruit grove on here. Well, I mean, it's aromas of a grapefruit grove. First of all, it doesn't smell next to no citrus in the aromas, and really next to none in the taste either. It's just kind of like a dry. I mean, this is basically like a really kind of generic blonde golden ale, like a little more hoppy. Mouthfeel is medium, slightly dry when it's in the mouth. Finishes like with this lager kind of taste. It's like there's a tad bit of sour tang in there, kind of like, and kind of to match the aroma, it's like a tad bit skunky. It's not a very crisp beer. I don't think it's meant to be. I wouldn't really call it refreshing. I mean, it's kind of refreshing while it's in the mouth. It finishes pretty clean, though. Like it's slightly dry while it's in the mouth, but it's finishing mostly clean. Like just a smidgen of sour tang aftertaste is very easily tolerable. I'm going to sip on this, write a review, and we'll come back with my final thoughts on the Adnams Explorer. Oh hey, I'm back finishing up the Adnams Explorer. Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in this beer. No citrusy qualities at all. Nothing at all like an American Pale Ale or IPA. It's just more of a generic golden ale. Like a very drinkable beer, to be sure, but not a very flavorful one. Now that it's warming up, that sour tang, that lager kind of quality is like getting stronger. And, at first it was just kind of like I could, put it in the back of my mind, not even think about it. Now it's like distracting me from the palate. I mean, there just really isn't a whole lot of genuine flavor here. It just kind of tastes like a lager without the lager taste. It's like, I mean, it's a blonde golden ale, which is how a lot of these beers tend to taste to begin with. There is like a tiny bit of malty sweetness in there, like a little bit of like pepperiness, like you get like in a saison. But they're way too mild. Those need to be brought out more. I'm actually gonna go quite low for this. For the Adnams Explorer, I'm only giving this a 4. I was gonna go 5 at the break, but as it warmed up, it just got a little more sour and, just started to go from tolerable to like starting to turn me off. So, yeah, sorry. Only got one more beer to go. Hopefully you saved the best for last, but I guess we'll find out. So, that is it for this episode. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.